It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we'll see the Cowboys' speedy running back. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the pen.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. It's out past the 20 to the 24. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time. And it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
For a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
Now leading them out, someone who's forged an excellent career as a 6th-round pick way back in 2011. From Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there, not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Prescott. Able to hit his target land. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they run to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. A first down throw for Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And now here's a carry heading left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. From the red zone now, Prescott. Pass complete there to Nakua. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Giants' 12-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DJ Moore from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Who is the Meyer guy can go to his progressions and find the open receiver? I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Gets around him, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
1st down, New York.
Play action, now Taylor. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. This now a 3rd and 4 as they've got it as we resume action. Now Taylor. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right,
this is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at
at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Barkley, inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Holding offense. What was that run?
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Trey Flowers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Taylor's throw taken in by Slayton. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
An 8-yard pickup.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Got to him again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. And CeeDee, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, close to 200 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Desmond Ridder leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, we thought they needed a big drive to get them right back in this game to start the third quarter. They did one better than that. They just returned the opening kickoff.
And what you gain with that is obviously the points on the board. You gain momentum, and now your team's all fired up. And you save time. You didn't have to use a drive to get it downfield. One big play, that leaves you plenty of time left to continue to mount the comeback.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll go down at the 28. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Ooh, the juke. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a first down. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kayvon Thibodeau from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown.
Jake Ferguson
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Taylor. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
First down, New York.
Here's Taylor. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Going with a big fullback wide. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now Taylor.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On play action, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On 2nd down, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Taylor. Complete right side to Hyatt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Taylor will throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw is Taylor. And he is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 11.
Hodgins in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Down and 6.
Now they try the right side here. Powers through. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 105 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
This is almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way.
New York set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Taylor to throw. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
41. Giants 22.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 156 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.